Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and today's video is another installment of Makeup I Love. But there's something I would change about it. There's just something about this product that I would tweak to make it better, but I still enjoy the product itself. It just could be like a little bit more perfect, if that makes any sense at all. So today that's what we're talking about, and without any further ado guys, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Of course, these are my own personal opinions. If we disagree on anything, it's cool. It's just makeup. It's not that serious, and I'd love to know something you love down below, but there's something you would change about it. All right, now let's get into it. Okay guys, I have done these before. I will leave my last one linked down below, and if there's anything you guys seem to disagree with, again, it's cool. And I'm not going to do this in any particular order. Let's do the first one that came to mind when I wanted to do this video, and it is the Kaleidos Makeup Escape Pod palette. This palette is so cute. Here it is in all of its glory, and then the inside is kind of like a keyboardy kind of theme because I have like an escape thing right here, escape button, and it's really lovely and has a great mirror on top. The color scheme and the formula all together is absolutely stunning. The only thing I would change about this is bulky as hell for no reason. It is so thick, like a thick book, and it really didn't need to be. There's zero reason for it to be so big. Like there is a whole little shelf situation going on for this shadow to sit in. It could sit into the base of the box, and it didn't need to be that. The mirror didn't need to be indented into the thing. It's just so thick, and she thick for no reason. She gonna thick, she might as well work it, but I don't feel like she's working this. It's a beautiful palette color scheme. Again, the formula, especially their shimmers, is like their shimmer formula is like one of my favorites ever. It's addicting, it's beautiful, it's metallic and gorgeous. But why is this palette so thick and bulky? I just don't understand that. The other palettes, they have like their little futurism palettes, are little rectangles. They're slim, they're slender, they're easy to store. Even their original palette, their Deep Sea Luster, which is no longer made, was a thin palette and it was stunning. Why is this so thick? I don't understand. Next up, since we started on palettes, let's go ahead and talk about palettes. And I love this brand, and next time they release something, you know I'm gonna jump on it unless it like really disappoints me, but I'm doubtful of that. It's Lunar Beauty's Greek Goddess palette. Now this palette is beautiful. I don't really use it that much just because it doesn't really excite me, but the formula is really nice. The Lunar Beauty formula in general is just really pretty, and there's a lot of colors in here that I've used a bunch. I just haven't used it lately at all. So here's the color scheme in this palette. The issue I have with this palette has nothing to do with the color scheme or anything. It is the packaging itself, which he has, Manny who makes it has amazing packaging. It is something, I'm not the only one that has this issue too, because I've asked people. Something about this, even if you don't press anything against it, there gets like warped. You see like on the snake head here and on her face, you get like issues into the gold, like it's on the top too, like there's little just marks, and it doesn't feel like anything wore away, but I feel like the gold finish on the top of this isn't very thick. I'm very gentle with my palettes. I don't travel ever, and I don't like smush them against each other, rub them around or anything, but still like there's issues with my palette, and it's just not my favorite thing in the world because the packaging wears away without you wearing it down yourself, and I don't feel like that's the best. It also holds fingerprints terribly on the back of it, but like the formula is so good. The packaging is really, really beautiful. It's just the packaging messes itself up, and that's kind of weird to me, and I don't like that. Next up, the biggest complaint out of these palettes, okay? The biggest complaint is the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. This palette's beautiful. It's cool toned. I love cool tones. Here's the packaging, and then on the inside here is the color scheme. Now you may be able to tell, you may be able to tell why I hate this. I mean, I don't hate the palette. The palette is beautiful. The formula is lovely. Don't get me wrong. The mattes and the shimmers in here are beautiful. It is the fact that once it gets dirty, it does not come clean. I got this used, right? So I was cleaning it up just to make it look fresh and pretty, put it in my collection. But you can't clean it. It will not allow you to clean it. The metal, it is made of metal. It's a tin palette, holds the shadow. So like you can see the shadow underneath of this shade. It doesn't, I'm using my nail to scratch this. It does not come off. I went around this palette with a nail file, like a little sharp nail file, to scratch off the shadow off of the metal, and I couldn't get it to come off. Now that is really irritating to me. Like you can probably see right here, if you can tell. I scratched through the metal to get the shadow off, and it still stayed there. Like you can't even up here, you can't get the shadow off the metal. It's weird. It's not like it's magnetic. I took alcohol on a cotton round or a little Q-tip and tried to get it off. I went with the scratchy nail file to scratch off the shadow. You can't clean it. When it is messy forever. And I hate that so much. But the palette formula is so beautiful that I still use it. But I'm irritated every time I open it. I'm like, oh, why can't you be clean? That's really irritating. I don't understand how that's a thing. If you guys have a solution for me on that, let me know. But yeah, if that was fixed, this would be a fantastic palette. I recommend to anybody, but I can't recommend something that's gonna look dirty, you know? Lastly, for palettes, this is something new that I haven't tried yet, so I'm not sure how I feel about the formula, but it is the Mercier little holiday palette, which I thought was just super, super cute and kind of pastel. This is called the Prima Ballerina mini eyeshadow palette. I thought the packaging on this light pink was so cute, and then like the pastels were really, really pretty. The only thing is, online you couldn't really tell, but there's only one matte in here. So the matte is this light pink shade. These are all really light, so you can still use it, but I'd really prefer if there was gonna be one matte, it'd be the darker shade in here. And the palette had like slightly bigger pan sizes. There's these word circles are in the pan. I wish the pan size had filled the whole circle, you know, instead of an extra circle. So I wish this was the matte instead of the light pink, and that they were slightly bigger in size. But I can't wait to try this palette out because it's so cute. It's so cute. Like, I was suckered in by a green all the time. Always suckered in by a green. Greens are so pretty. I'm like, and I gravitate towards it every time. All right, we did palettes. Let's move on to other stuff now. Now let's do base stuff. So this is something I love, and it's not the only product from Colourpop that does this. The primer also does this, the new Pretty Fresh primer. But the Pretty Fresh foundation, I love this foundation. It is so pretty. It's so good. It's so good. But the cap on it cracks. Like, I'll take it off so you can see. There's cracks all throughout. There's a crack here. There's a crack here. There's cracks all throughout it. And it's really irritating to me. I don't know why. Even again, like the primer, I've literally used one time. There's cracks all in this plastic. I don't know if I should just leave the cap off, but that feels like dangerous, you know, in case I accidentally touch it and it pumps out some product. Just the cap has cracks all in it, and it's really weird, and it's kind of distorted in here too, like the plastic's distorted. So yeah, the packaging cracks all the time, and even if you don't use it, it just cracks. It's weird. Next up is from KimChi Chic Beauty. It is their Most Concealer. Now this is a really great concealer, especially for the price. You get a ton of product in here, and I love the shade range as well as the different color correctors. There's so many color correctors. You can do so much with this, and you get a good amount of product for a great price too. But the only thing is, I just am not the biggest fan in the world of like a brush tip. I feel like this would be great for makeup artists because it is high coverage, decent price. You can get a ton of shades of it for an affordable price. But the brush tip seems unsanitary and kind of messy. And then I feel like if I don't use every little bit of product in the brush, like when I'm applying it, I'm wasting it because it's gonna get stuck in the brush and dry. So I'm just not a fan of the brush tip. It is easy to apply like that. I find it really easy and like simple to apply a brush, squeeze it, you're good. It's just not my favorite thing in the world application wise. So that's the thing I would change about this, as well as the pastel packaging because it does get dirty. Okay, now on to a eye product. I only have one eye product other than eyeshadows. So this is the Lunar Mercier. I've had this for a while. It is the Tightline Cake Eyeliner in Black Ebony. I've used this in my brows. I have used this mostly as an eyeliner, especially for under the lower lash line to make this look more open and more cat-like, and I really like it for that, especially like tight lining with the black underneath my lower lash line is so pretty. The only thing is the pan size on this is just super small. I wish it was bigger. I think Lunar Mercier's powder products in general have small sizes. I wish it had filled all the way to this square instead of the little circle on the inside. That's something I complain about for this. And it being a cake liner, it is just powder. I don't really think the name cake insinuates powder. I think cake is more like a cream or a gel kind of eyeliner, or maybe like a mushy kind of pomade texture. So I would just change the name and make it a bigger pan size, but this is honestly so nice. It's so nice. I use it for a ton of things. Next up is a really lovely product from Patrick Ta. This is the Patrick Ta blush in Do We Know Her. It is a beautiful orange blush. The thing I would change about this though, I don't use the cream like that. I want to try the cream, but I keep forgetting to use cream products on my cheeks, so I haven't used the cream, but the powder's lovely. Like, it's a lovely orange shade. The thing I would change about this is the packaging, because it opens from the bottom. So like when it's closed, you have to like go underneath and pull it up, which I think is weird. I would prefer just a regular clamshell packaging. Me trying to open it does not work unless I come from the underside, which is not my usual way of opening things, and it holds a million fingerprints because it's so reflective. yeah, so that's something I would change about that. But honestly, the formula of this is super, super nice. I just need to try the cream one. And lastly, from Sigma Beauty, I am a Sigma affiliate. If you want to shop there, you can use my link, of course, blah, 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 blah. There's the spiel. But the holiday collection, the little blush and highlighter duo, I love this. I used it today, earlier today, my first look of the day, and I thought it was just so cute. And I think the blush is super, super pigmented. The highlighter, it's growing on me more and more. At first I was like, it's a fine highlighter, and the more I wear it, the more I just absolutely love it. And this is called the Rose Glow Cheek Duo. I love the glitter packaging. None of the glitter comes off on your hands. It's just, I don't want to feel the glitter. That's the thing I would change about this, is I can feel, it's smooth, right? It's not gritty, it doesn't feel gross, it's smooth, but I can still feel it. I really wish there was like a clear coating on it so I wouldn't feel any texture at all. I just want it really, really smooth. So again, it's smooth, it's not gritty or anything, but I just want like a clear coating on top so I don't have to feel the glitter, you know, if that makes any sense. Anyways, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I would love to know something you would change about a product you love down below. I always love to see what like different innovations and different creative ideas people have for products that they love. Like, you know, you still want the product, but there's just something you would change about it. I just love knowing what you guys think of for these things, and sometimes I really agree too. So thank you so much for watching. I'll leave all these products linked down below for you in the description box in case you want to check them out. And I hope you guys have an awesome and safe day out there. Bye guys.